Lord, go on, slide up over. Let me take the wheel real quick. Let me see if I can steer, okay? That's what I did. Although I could probably find another way to say some things. In this case, I'm telling y'all, I will not go to the club. That'll be a hell no for me. Baby, that wasn't nothing but God. Yeah. Hey girl, welcome back to the channel. If this is your very first time, my name is Toni. I have a good one today, so you definitely want to make sure you stay tuned for this whole video. But first, do y'all see the disrespect of this hormonal outbreak? I am so pissed. And normally I would not apply makeup when my face is like broke out. I would give it a couple of days, do my different masks, my baking soda, all of that, and it would be gone. But I already had plans to get this video done. Actually, it's a lot better than what it looks, but I just wanted to put that out there because I didn't want y'all to be like, what's going on her face? Like, because that ain't cute. But anyway, it's actually not as bad as it looks. I just wanted to put that out there, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the topic of discussion. First of all, do y'all know I shot this video, or at least tried to, 3 times yesterday? The enemy was busy, sis. The enemy was busy. He was trying to throw me off my game. But you know what? It's okay because I came back better than ever. I came back better. It gave me time to really like get my thoughts together on what I wanted to say. I was able to make my notations and stuff. So I can't be stopped. Okay, seriously, no, we're going to go ahead and get started. So about 9 months ago, if you guys look back on my channel, about 9 months ago, I started a series called Reinvent Yourself. Now, obviously my channel started off with like skincare, makeup, tutorials, that kind of stuff. But I had this interest, and we'll get further into it. I did have an interest though in doing like self-growth type topics because I have, you know, a thing about wanting to better myself. I feel like every person, not just women, but I feel like every person should kind of go through that phase where they just want to, you know, do things that are really going to better themselves, whether that be, you know, some type of self-growth, self-help, healing journey, whatever it is. Everybody should be working towards becoming that better version of themselves. And this was, again, heavy around the becoming her. Like, y'all remember that TikTok trend? Now, come on, like, we not gonna play crazy today. That was around that time where the becoming her started coming into the picture and, you know, all of that. That was during that phase of things. Anyway, I started this series and I was enjoying it. I really was. I was, you know, enjoying it, enjoying the topics that I was talking about. Some of the videos started doing, you know, pretty good. So I'm like, okay, we on to something right here. We on to something. But I also had ulterior motives for doing that whole series. I was at that point in my YouTube growth, or lack thereof, that I was willing to throw anything at the wall and see if it stuck, right? So with the whole reinventing topics, I'm like, okay, let me just throw that and see if it sticks. Let's see how people react to it. Let's see if this is the journey that I need to take for YouTube. So I had the interest in it, but again, those ulterior motives of me just throwing it at the wall to see if it stick, just because I was so, you know, fixated on number growth and, okay, I have to have this amount of followers, this amount of subscribers, this amount of engagement. I was so stuck on that part that I was willing to try anything. Now, not any old thing, but pretty much anything that would have gave me the growth in the areas that I enjoy, right? So I did what? I'd say I did about a total of 13 to 15 of those types of videos, like reinventing yourself, how to reinvent yourself in 30 days. I did the becoming her. I did the confidence type videos. I was doing all of those. Like, you can go back on my channel. They're all under the Reinvent Yourself tab if you want to check those out. And they were good topics. Like, I made sure that, you know, I researched my topics. I came up with my talking points, because one thing I'm not going to do, okay? I'm not going to get on this camera and not be prepared. Like, I want to make sure that I am being able to vocalize my thoughts the best way that I can. So a lot of the times I make my notations. I kind of run through what I'm going to say to make sure that I am utilizing my 20 to 25 minutes, because I try not to make my talks like super long, but within those 20 to 25 minutes, I want to make sure that I'm covering all of the topics that I want to talk about. So they're good videos, but like I said, I was just at a point where I'm like, I want my YouTube to grow. It has to grow. Like, I know I make good content. I know that I'm having good talks and subjects and this and that. It's just not reaching the right people. So I was stuck in that mindset. So what happens when you get in that mindset? What happens? Y'all know it. I fell right back into my old ways. Hey, I fell right back into old ways. I reverted back to doing what I had been doing, because I'm watching all of the other YouTube girlies. They're doing the makeup and the makeup tutorials and the lifestyle videos and this and that. It's working for them. So it's got to work for me, because my content, my content is similar. I said all that to say, because obviously I have to give y'all backstory for all of the dots to connect, because the dots have to connect. At the beginning of my YouTube journey, I guess, this whole journey as far as social media, me putting myself out there, being vulnerable, transparent, all that, blah, blah, blah. My prayer was always, Lord, guide me. Please get me in front of the people that are supposed to see me. Have those people come to me. Have those people be the true people that are in my community, because my prayer was that I never wanted just any old person to follow me. Like, I wanted to really and truly build my community, right? And I, mostly makeup, self-care, routines, like lifestyle, pretty much what's popular now, but it still had my own individual touch. So it wasn't like I was simply just copycatting. Do I want to use this bronzer, or do I want to use my other one? I think I want to use my other one. It wasn't that, it was still my own individual touch. So it wasn't like I was copycatting, but, please, Lord, allow me to have the words that I need to reach the people that I need. Allow me to say the things that I need to say. So from the very beginning, God was all up and through here, okay? Because that was my prayer. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be led. But then, I don't know if you're anything like me, sis. I don't know if you're anything like me. But when I get impatient, this is what I do right here. Lord, go on, slide on up over. Lord, go on, slide up over. Let me take the wheel real quick. Let me see if I can steer, okay? That's what I did. I told the Lord to scoot on right on over. And I got in the driver's seat and I started driving, because I'm like, again, Lord, you did this for so-and-so, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna circle back and I'm gonna do this over here because it worked for them. So that's the same approach I'm gonna take. That was my thought process. And Lord, whoo, baby. Yeah. Y'all, my faith began to fade so quickly. And here's the thing about it. You could have your sights set on one thing, and what we don't realize is it will begin to take over all the areas of your life. So although social media and being on YouTube, all of that is just a part of life, I still got a whole life going on outside of that. But I was so fixed on this one particular thing happening in my life that I didn't even pay attention to the fact that my faith was dwindling in all areas. Because again, I was so fixated on my YouTube and having my YouTube growth and all this, that, and the third, that my faith just, it began to dwindle. Lord, why is that gray hair? Do y'all see this? Oh my God, I need to do a rinse or something. Y'all, my hair should not be like this. I'm not turning gray. I'm not turning gray. One thing about it, I'm not trying to get on here and preach. Please understand that. I am not trying to preach. I'm not trying to give you a sermon on what you should do and what you shouldn't do and how your faith should be and not be. I am just really giving you my personal experience here lately on what God has been showing to me and me just realizing how I've been acting. If you don't have faith in all areas, but you have faith in one area. You not having faith in that one area is going to cancel out everything. So if you have faith in one area but not another, you're not going to have faith at all. Your faith is going to dwindle. If you have faith in one area and you also have faith in another area and you have faith in another area, your faith is solid. So again, for me, I started losing faith in what I was doing because it was not happening on my time. And I was getting frustrated and I was getting upset. And like I said, when you are trying your hardest to force something to happen and you start trying all these, outlets and revenues. Is that what I meant to say? Avenues, outlets and avenues, not revenues. Lord, somebody making some money. Anyway, you start trying all these different things. It's still not going to work because, hey, can you stop screaming? Because I told them that I was recording before I got on here. But anyway, you trying all these different things is still not going to work because God didn't say it was your time yet. So you can try a million different ways of forcing yourself along, but none of it is going to work out because, again, until God says it's your time, then it's your time. If it's not your time, maybe you're just going to have to wait and exercise a little patience. And now that is if you are a believer. And if these kids don't be quiet, I'm going to take this face outside, but it's not going to look like this face. It's going to look like another face, and we're going to have a problem. Now that I have explained all of that, I've given you the backstory. I have given you the moments where I feel like God is really like, okay, this your last opportunity to push me over into the driver's seat. If you do it one more time, my child, I'm gonna have to leave you. And I was getting to that point. I was feeling it. But that is how I got to this point of femininity, faith, and actually reinventing myself. So let's break it down just a little bit. So over the last month, right, I had been having this feeling like, I don't know, just this feeling like you need to change, like you're in your 30s, you're maturing, you are, not getting any younger, sis, you're not getting any younger. And it was just, I just had this feeling of, okay, it's time to let go. It's time to change. And I kept ignoring it, kept pushing it off. And then it was like this feeling just kept increasing until finally, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I felt like there was like a 100-pound blanket covering my body. That's how like much pressure I felt to have this change. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is going on? Why am I having this feeling so much about changing? Like, am I doing something wrong? Is there something about to happen? Baby, that wasn't nothing but God. God was telling me, like, child, you need to change. You need to change. I'm giving you this last and final message that you need to change. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I've had that feeling before in my life where I'm like, okay, I'll change. But sometimes we push it off. We push it off, especially if it's not something that we want to listen to, or if that's not what we want to do. Like, even so much so that I started putting certain clothes on and I'm like, this is not how you should be dressing. Now, I'm not saying I got to go out here and look like a nun or anything like that, but there were just some things like, okay, I'm going to give y'all an example real quick. This picture. I actually just had that outfit on at the beginning of, was it August? Beginning of August? No, end of July is when I put that outfit on. So when I was at the store, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is cute. This is going to be cute for a get ready with me look. It's going to be cute for, like a little afternoon lunch type day. I'm like, oh, this is my kind of vibe. Then I put it on and I took some pictures. And then when I started editing the pictures, I was like, this is not how I want to dress. And I actually almost was hesitant in even posting those pictures because I'm like, this is not how I want to dress. This is not how I wanted to be seen. Me and my titties out? that's not me. Now I ain't a, you know, I like a little bit of cleavage. I like a little soft V-neck, you know, with just a little peak of cleavage, but baby, my cleavage was out. You could see that my titties are lopsided. That's how much they were out. Oh, come on, sunlight. Why are you doing this to me? You know, and then with the blonde hair, like, don't get me wrong. The blonde hair, I've always wanted to try blonde hair. This light is about to drive me crazy. Hold on. I've always wanted to try blonde hair because me, that was one thing I did growing up. I colored my hair. I stayed with color in my hair, baby. I have had orange hair, red hair, black hair, honey blonde hair. I have had a lot of colors. And that was just my thing. Growing up, coloring my hair, that was my thing. But I kind of grew out of that phase a couple of years ago. Give me some jet black hair and I am A-okay. I love jet black hair. I just feel like it looks timeless, it's polished, and so forth, so on. So anyway, I just say all that to say, like, even down to the way that I've been dressing, I have just been feeling on my spirit like, you need to change. I'm not saying I gotta dress all the way modest, but I've been feeling like I wanted to elevate my style anyway. Just personally, I'm kind of in that season. So again, all of this change on my mind, heavy, like I just was feeling it. And so like I said, I finally realized like, this is no random feeling at all. This is the Father trying to tell you like, it is time to change. It is time to surrender to my process. It is time for you to come back to me and stop trying to do this by yourself. Stop trying to be God over your own life. That is, y'all, I'm so irritated. Oh, the positioning of my window with the sunlight. I don't get very much natural sunlight in my room. So I'm sorry. This video is just going to have to be how it is because my light is just not wanting to cooperate right now. But anyway, when I was talking to my dad the other day, he was like, okay, well, if you're constantly trying to be a, God over your own life and trying to give your own orders in your own directions, why do you need God? What are you praying for? Because you're asking him to work work everything out. God, give me this. I pray for this. I pray for that. But then you turn around and you do what you want anyway. So why are you praying? You're trying to be God over your own life. And I was like, man, Dad, you are not lying. So with like reinventing myself, like I said before, that wasn't going to be a true reinvention because I was doing it with doing it for the wrong reasons is basically what I'm trying to say. I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I valued it, but I didn't value it as much as I do now as far as actually reinventing myself and changing and growing and flourishing into this woman that I see myself for this next season. So I'm talking like even with habits. Okay, so let's use habits for an example. My habits in the morning. My mornings have been nothing but devotional and reading. My mornings used to start off with, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna check my emails. Like literally, this was how my morning would go. I would open my eyes, alarm would go off. I would lay in the bed, grab my phone. First thing that I did was look at my emails. And I'm talking before I even get up, use bathroom, do anything else. I immediately grab my phone. I'm checking emails. I'm trying to see, do I have another wig deal in my inbox? Did somebody, email me about a collaboration overnight? Like, what's up? I was filling my morning with stuff that pretty much set the rest of the tone of my day. I had to start looking at my habits. What habits do I have that I need to, change to truly reinvent myself and become a different or better version? So instead of waking up and getting on social media as soon as I, get up and get my phone, I'm going to get up, turn my alarm off, put my phone back down. I'm going to grab my Bible or I'm going to grab my book and I'm going to have some kind of devotional time. Regardless of it, whether I read my Bible in the morning or at night, I do try to read every day. But I alternate my mornings whether I read my Bible or if I'm reading a book. So right now I'm reading Atomic Habits. And honey, if you have not read that book, highly, highly suggested. But I'm reading that because I'm like, okay, if I want to reinvent myself, I have to look at the bad habits that I have right now. I can't, and I'm gonna just be honest, I can't keep putting chocolate over shit because it's still gonna be a piece of shit at the end of the day. Excuse me, I know that's vulgar, but I'm just saying that to say you can't think that you're going to reinvent yourself by just covering up what's already there. Reinventing is really and truly about unlearning the bad habits and learning better ones so that you really and truly can reinvent yourself. I know I look crazy, but it's not gonna land at the end. Like, anyway, by me, like, actually taking a step back, doing my devotional time in the morning, making that a priority, trying to read books, trying to better my habits, unlearning the bad habits and all that, I finally feel like now I'm beginning to operate back in faith again. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of constantly trying to move myself along, I'm naturally moving on, or not naturally, but I'm moving at a pace right now that is perfect for me. I feel like God is, oh shoot. I feel like God is directing me exactly where I need to be as far as reinventing myself. So reinventing myself through habits and changes that way, but also reinventing myself through my faith, you know, like really and truly getting back to the basics is where I needed to go to remember, you know, that I am a child of God and that God does have a plan for me. And if I get out of my own way, then you know, that purpose would be fulfilled. But also reinventing through femininity. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to finally like allow myself to talk about a lot of these topics as far as femininity. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. I already do a lot of those topics. Where I'm talking, you know, self-care, hair, makeup, beauty, you know, fashion, style, all of that. I'm already doing a lot of those topics, right? But I was doing them directionless. That's the thing. So even though, yeah, I might have been talking about all of those things, I didn't have an overall direction of why I was talking about those topics anyway. Some might call that niching, but I just say that it's more, to me, it's more value driven. Now that I have a clear and concise knowledge of what my underlying values are, which are helping other women learn femininity through their routines, through their beauty routines, self-care routines, lifestyle changes, all of that. Now it has more purpose. It's like it has direction, it has reasoning behind it. Now, don't get me wrong, some people do get on YouTube and they just want to watch a certain kind of video just because. They're not necessarily looking for a message. But just as much as those people are just watching just because, you have those people who do appreciate that underlying message. They do appreciate that, you know, you have certain values that you stand by. And that is my goal, you know, moving forward, is to find my community through the values of femininity and, you know, trying and attempting to reinvent yourself and learning through faith. Those are my underlying values. And if I ask myself, okay, why are you doing a makeup video? Well, I am doing a makeup video because I want to show women, you know, or teach other women how to apply their makeup when they're in a very softer feminine season. Because let's be honest, makeup in a soft feminine season is not going to be the same makeup as a full face I'm going to the club. Like, those faces are different. Just like if I were to ask myself, okay, why are you doing fashion hauls? How is that going to benefit somebody? Well, it's going to benefit somebody because I'm trying to teach other women how to elevate their style while I'm, you know, also showing myself how to elevate my style and learning how to do it on a budget or learning how to do it to reflect where you are in life. So now, again, it has purpose behind me doing it instead of me just posting a video saying I did a $500 Zara haul. Here it is. This actually can spill over into home and lifestyle as well. Y'all, that is one thing that I have not done that I am so excited about starting, is like incorporating my home. Listen, with home and lifestyle and the addition of femininity, this is how they connect. Because when you are in a softer feminine era, or you're in a faith-based softer feminine era, honey, who's going to the club? Not I. Not I. You're not going to catch me in a bar, and you're probably not going to catch me at a lounge unless it's like a nice upscale lounge. I might do something like that. But the club, that's going to be a hell nah. And I'm working. I didn't say I was fully feminine. My mouth, I'm a realist sometimes. Although I could probably find another way to say some things. In this case, I'm telling y'all, I will not go to the club. That'll be a hell no for me, because that's just not my environment. Anyway, that spills over into lifestyle, because now I can show, okay, this is how I am transitioning my lifestyle as being that softer feminine woman who is driven by faith. And you know, I can show that now through my lifestyle and how I live my life. Again, same thing with, you know, how I said I have been reinventing myself through reading certain books and waking up. Lifestyle, I can show you that. I can show you that I wake up, you know, go turn my lights on in my living room, open up my Bible or my book, and show you how I'm transitioning my life and how I live my everyday life through this transitional period. So this is what I want y'all to see. Do y'all see how it connects? Do y'all see how it connects? Do y'all see that I have been doing the same things all along? I've been doing the same things: hair, makeup, beauty, skincare, routines. I've been doing the same thing. I'm still doing all of the stuff that I love, but now I'm doing it with purpose behind it. And not just any purpose, but the purpose that God has intended for me. So here's the thing. You will always be able to do the things that you love. You just have to wait for God to give you direction on how you're supposed to be using that. I'm a work in progress, but I'm giving you all of this. This whole entire conversation was for me to show you guys, like, this is how I'm changing. This is what God has revealed to me. And this is, you know, my personal experience. I just want you guys to be able to learn from what I am going through. And, you know, that way you can determine, like, maybe you're at a season of change in your life, but maybe you just didn't realize it until watching this video or whatever. Like I said, it's time for change, honey. That's all I'm gonna say. It's time for change. Honestly, y'all, I think I'm about to go ahead and throw my lashes on, because yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna throw my lashes on and then we'll come back. So that is it on today's Femininity, Faith, and Actually Reinventing Your Life. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Even though I get a little silly sometimes, I did really have a message for today. And if you are anything like me, where you're going through a transitional period, where you are really embracing femininity, you're kind of on your feminine journey as well as your faith journey, and you know, just the overall lifestyle and routines of beauty and self-care, then this is the place for you. And that is exactly what my mission is moving forward. We're not changing it up. We're not throwing stuff to see if it sticks at the wall. Like, this is what I will be doing moving forward. So again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below. Tell me if this is a season that you're in and what has been your biggest struggle with transitioning. Have you just, you know, felt like you wanted to take over the wheel as well and do your own thing, or what? Make sure that you drop in the comment section below, because I would love to hear it. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on videos about femininity or just anything in particular that you would like me to do, make sure that you leave that as well, because I will definitely, no, I'll definitely make sure that I do that for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap here, you know, check one more time. Y'all, I got my natural hair out, and I never wore my natural hair, but it's actually, it's doing a little something. It's giving classic, okay? But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. Thanks so much. If you've been here before, then baby, you already know what's coming. But if not, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, baby. And also make sure that you are hitting that notification bell as well, so you can see when the videos are going up on my channel. I hope that I see you guys on the next one. Until next time, love. Bye.